Hey, it's the Ronnie and Bo Show. Hello, Bo.
Hello, Ronnie.
How are you doing?
Doing great. You know, I've been listening back on our Facebook page.
Yep.
And we also duplicate these on our YouTube page. I've been listening back, and
So you're the one listen that we get every time? Is that it?
yeah. But I listen back and you say, "Hey, Bo, how are you doing?" And I say, "Great. How are you doing?" And I don't mention your name. You mention my name.
Oh,
So I
man.
got to try to say Ronnie more
Would
often.
you please?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Does that say something about you?
Yes, that I'm egotistical and don't think of others, and I'm self-centered. I've heard it all my life.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, gosh. So go back to school, like school-age Bo.
Oh, my.
Ladies and gentlemen that are listening, picture for just a minute little Bo Woods
I didn't
walking
have a
to
part in my
school.
hair. It was a horrible haircut. Is
No.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, did you have a good bowl cut or
I had the 70s hair where it
Oh.
came from the top of your head all the way to the bottom of your ears.
Oh, nice.
That kinda
Feathered.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
No, I had fun in school. I was probably a class clown is what you would say.
Yep.
I do have a story about
picture that.
5th grade.
5th grade. Okay, that's a good grade.
And I don't know if I can tell this because my mom listens to this podcast.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right. I
Well,
think
hang
the
in there, Mom.
statute of limitations is.
Yeah, that you're way past that.
So in 5th grade, a friend of mine, Mark Wallace, and I, and Brad Bradford, the three of us were trouble. We just talked a lot, didn't pay attention a lot. That was the only
No.
trouble we were.
Oh my goodness.
And so the teacher came up and said, "We're going to implement a new system in
Yes.
our classroom.
Yep.
And everybody's going to have a recipe card with their name on it. And every time I have to, point out
Yes,
that you're
yeah.
misbehaving or something, you're going to get a little sticker.
Wow.
Every time you got 5 stickers, you got sent to the principal's office."
Oh my goodness.
So she's explaining to
on your
us-
recipe card, and then
Yeah.
she kept those in a Rolodex or something.
Yeah, exactly. Little file card box.
Oh my goodness.
She's explaining that to try to deter us.
Yeah.
And I immediately look at the next row over to my buddy Mark Wallace, and basically somehow said something or gave him a look.
Yep.
And the challenge was on.
Oh no.
Who could get the most stickers on their card?
In a single day
How many cards could you get
Oh
filled
my gosh.
in the school year?
Yep.
And so we just did it. So
Oh
we
my
tried.
gosh.
It was reverse psychology.
Yep.
So we were not deterred. So we tried, and we got sent to the principal's office a lot that year.
I bet. Yeah, that's not a good situation. If you've got listeners, if you've got some sort of punishment from your school that you remember being particularly scarring, sometimes those last with you. You get punished. I actually only had one or two times that I can remember kind of getting in trouble. I was super quiet, and there was a girl sitting next to me named Estrella Santa Cruz, and I liked her, and we sat next to each other, and she told me that her brother could pick his nose with his own tongue.
No.
Yes, and that made me laugh, and I laughed out loud in the middle of some, lesson that the teacher was giving. And in our school, she would write your name on the board. If we didn't have recipe cards. We had a chalkboard, and my name went up on the board just because I laughed. That was your warning. Okay. Then if you messed up again, then you got a check next to your name. And I got the giggles so bad for the entire rest of the class. Every time I'd picture this kid eating boogers out of his own nose with his own tongue, then I would giggle, lose it. And I had 3 or 4 checks up there, and that was Miss Maloney.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get sent to the principal's office?
I missed out on the Good Citizenship movie. So all of the good kids got to go see some horrible little film, and I didn't get recess, and I didn't get to go to the Good Citizenship movie at the end of the month.
That sounds a little harsh. I mean, you were just laughing.
I know.
You weren't instigating anything nefarious or anything like that?
No, it wasn't good. Did you ever get bullied, or were you a bully? You don't strike me as a bully.
No, I wasn't a bully. Oh, You just reminded me again in 5th grade.
Yeah.
I got bullied. I was in 5th grade, and I was on the bus.
Oh, my goodness.
And so you had to walk down to the curb, and then you had to wait for the bus.
The bus seems like the one area where, it's kind of no man's land. The
the bus
school
stop,
doesn't really protect you yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's before the bus gets there, so there's no authority on the scene.
Yeah.
And it's not a bus stop. It's just the curb right there on the corner. And so I was getting bullied by a 7th grader,
Oh.
a guy 2 years older than me.
Yeah.
And I told my brother one day, and he said after dinner, he said, "Come on, let's go." And he was in like 9th grade.
Yep.
And I said, "Where are we going?" And he said, "We're going to go over to that guy's house." I said, "We can't go over to the guy's house. He'll beat me up."
Yeah.
And so we go knock on the door, and his mom answers. And we said, "Can whoever play? Can Billy come out and play?"
Yeah.
"Oh, sure. Billy, there's 2 boys that want to play with you." And so he comes running excited to the door to go out and play, and looks at me and then looks at my older brother. "No, Mom, I don't want to go right now." "Oh, go on, Billy." And she shut the door behind him, and he left the porch as fast as he could, ran around the block, and we tried to chase him.
Oh, gosh.
And we caught him, and my brother beat him up
Wow.
and said, "You're 2 years older than my brother, and I'm 2 years older than you, so that's payback."
Oh, my goodness.
Guy
That's
never
the best.
bothered me
Your
again.
brother
It was fantastic.
stood up, and you went right to his house. You went right to the issue. Good for you, Bo.
I was in 4th grade
amazing.
once. Were you ever in Scouts?
Yes. I was a Cub Scout for 1 week.
1 week?
Yeah, I could not stand it. It was a miserable experience, and but in particular because of the outfit. Did you ever do Scouts of any sort?
That's what I was going to say. I was in 4th grade, and you had to wear your Scouts shirt and your handkerchief to school.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I imagine it was the same, but we'd get picked on because we were in that uniform. And long story short, I got in a fight on the playground.
Yeah.
Not my doing. A guy was picking on me, and I was in my Boy Scout shirt and handkerchief. And I stood up for myself, and he came up to me.
Is there a patch for that if you stand up for yourself?
No, but
Okay.
scrambling eggs,
Right.
there's a cooking patch. I know that. I got that one. But anyways, and so I stood up for myself, and he was a little bit bigger. His name was Dane. I don't know if it was Dane. No, it wasn't. I was thinking Dane Cook, but I think that's a comedian. But his name was Dane.
Yeah.
I'll remember his first name. And he came up to me. We were about to fight. I didn't want to fight.
Right.
But he was about to kill me.
Yeah.
And he came up. This is the truth. You can't make this up. And he grabbed me by the collar. Or by the
Your
the
little
front of the
handkerchief
shirt
thing. Okay.
Yeah, and the handkerchief and the shirt.
Yeah.
Right there at the buttons, right by the chest. And he pulled as hard as he could. And I'm not lying. The sleeves of the shirt, he ripped the seams, and they went down to my wrists. And I had a sleeveless shirt, Cub Scout shirt, and he ripped it right off my body.
Man, that's too good.
Just killed me. But that was my Boy Scout experience. So why were you only in Boy Scouts for a week?
Well, I didn't like getting dirty. I don't like manual labor, and that, from my estimation, as 3rd, 4th grader, that seemed to be all that we were going to do, was going to be out camping or something miserable where I'd be
making those little race cars out of balsa wood is too dirty for you.
Yeah,
you getting your fingernails dirty,
pretty much. And so I went to school dressed in my outfit, and there's probably 1,000 kids in my school, and there's about 30 of us that are dressed like these little monkeys, and so I was not enjoying the experience. It was humiliating. I'm sitting in my class though, and somebody came in, one of the administration, and came and pulled me out of class and pulled me into the principal's office.
Why?
And they accused me of walking down the hall with another one of my Cub Scout friends and telling a dirty joke.
What was the joke? Do you remember the punchline?
No, because it was a setup. I was not in the hallway at any point. I did not tell any dirty joke. The teacher, the classroom that the kids had passed by, had heard a dirty joke out in the hallway. They ran outside and looked and just saw 2 Cub Scouts walking away, and then they came and grabbed the first Cub Scout they could find.
A case of mistaken identity?
Yes. Yes. And so I thought, my goodness, if this is what's going to, be the marker of being a Cub Scout, you just get hassled and harassed and made fun of and forget that. So
you just didn't go back at the end of the week?
No.
Whatever happened? Did you get in trouble? Or
I did get in trouble. Yeah,
that
one I just missed recess. They like to take away recess. So
did your mom get notified?
If she did, I don't remember.
Okay.
They might have told me to tell her, which I'm sure I didn't do.
Oh, you did. I know.
No.
Yeah.
So it's no good. I didn't like it.
You didn't do that.
Your overall school experience, was it good? Did you like school?
Yeah, I like school.
Yeah.
But I liked it on a social level. I didn't like studying. I was not a good studier.
Yeah.
I was not a good student. I was a C- student.
Nice.
And I played sports in high school.
Yeah.
And my parents made me go down to the office Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
And the counselor would get reports from my teachers, and then we would look over the reports, the weekly reports, call my parents, and go over the reports. And if there was anything bad in those reports, I wasn't allowed to play the basketball game that afternoon or that evening.
Ooh.
I had to come straight home.
Oh, man.
So
was that a rule that your parents had or the school
that
had?
was the parents' rule, not the school rule.
Yeah, that's a miserable experience.
Thank you very much, Ron.
You too, Bo. We'll catch you soon.